Hello, guys. How are you guys doing? Hello, people. Oh, yeah, I'm done with my trainings for the day, done with the conference. So it's time to have one more shot at thoughts that keep growing in my mind. I want to make sure we're able to cover what we want to cover as much as possible. See, it's a lot of information coming from this channel. It's a whole lot of information. That's why I say subscribe. All right, so you can have access. You can always go back. You can always listen to it every now and then. All right, that is why I'm asking that you subscribe and you'll be part of us. And whenever I start a live, you can participate live and watch it later, depending on how you want it. Okay. In the afternoon, we started talking on a topic which I titled You're more like you are formed by your environment. And I did reiterate most of the time that whether you know it or not, it's not the issue. Whether you know it or not, it's not the issue. And whether you agree or not, whether you're the like that says, hey man, I don't agree, my environment is not forming me. It's not the issue. What will happen will happen. What will happen will happen. You're actually formed by your environment, whether you do something about it or you don't do anything about it. And it's very important we know that, friends. It's very important. It's key. It's very important we know that our environment forms us, that whatever we're exposed to decides a lot how we end up. It has a lot of decision. Hey, my splee, how you doing? Catherine Watts, thanks for joining. So whatever we're exposed to, it decides a lot where we end up in our lives. So that was for afternoon. You see, so I was coming back this evening. I had a different thought in my mind. Thank you guys for joining this live. I really appreciate. Hello, Catherine. The title of this talk is Protect Your Attention because it is building your future. Protect your attention. It is building your future. See, tonight I need to talk to the people who are trying to build something. My focus is to the person who wants to build something with his life. But every time you try to build something, you feel like your mind is everywhere. You want to focus on something and build it. Your mind is everywhere. You are not coordinated. You are the one I want to talk to tonight. You sit down to focus and your phone pulls you. You sit down to focus and the television pulls you. You try to think, but your mind is noisy. You want to be consistent, but your attention is scattered. You want to grow, but by the end of the day, you feel mentally drained. And you don't even know where your energy went. So if you asked, hey, Phil, hey, Joy, where did your energy go to at the end of the day? You can't tell. I need to talk to you tonight. Real Mozart, hello. Thanks for joining. I need to talk to you tonight. Ethan Rhodes, how are you? Because, hey, Malachi, how you doing? Because see, some of you think your biggest problem is discipline. Oh, hey, how you doing? It is not discipline. I dare say it's not discipline. Thank you, Mark Travis. Your biggest problem is unprotected attention. I'm doing fine, Ethan Rose. Thank you so much for that. Oh, Bible. All right. I see you. Thank you so much. Your biggest problem is unprotected attention. And tonight, if you can give me your attention tonight, I want to give you a truth that can change your life if you really want to hear it. Protect your attention is building your future. It is building your future. See, what you give your attention to consistently is shaping your thoughts, is shaping your habits, is shaping your emotions, is shaping your standards, is shaping your decision, and is actually forming your identity. Your attention is not small. Your attention is not casual. Your attention is not just what you look like, your physical appearance. No, your attention is your life force. Your attention is your life force. Where your attention goes, your life starts growing. So if your attention is constantly going to noise, is going to comparison, is going to distraction, is going to fear, is going to random input, drama, urgency, everybody else's agenda, whoa, then don't be surprised when your life feels fragmented. Don't be surprised. But if your attention, friends, if your attention starts going to truth, if your attention starts going to focus, start going to growth, start going to peace, discipline, strategy, vision, what matters most, your life begins to change. Your life begins to take an upward direction. So tonight we're going to talk about why attention is the hidden asset most people waste. Hello, Mary Brown. Thanks for joining. We're going to also look at who and what is competing for your attention every day. Let me tell you, if attention is not currency, why is everybody competing for your attention? Ask yourself that. We're going to talk about why distracted people struggle to build deep life or stable lives, and how to protect your attention in practical ways that actually work. So if you know this channel, what we always do in this channel, we don't just talk about problems, we talk about solutions. We talk about growth. And please, if you've not hit the subscribe button, kindly hit it. Kindly, because you know when we go live, you know and you can watch our other videos. So the first truth I want to talk about today is attention is currency. So let's start here. Attention is currency, my friend. And in this generation, everybody is trying to spend your own attention. Applications want it. So apps on the phone, they want your attention. Notifications want your attention. Algorithm want your attention. News want your attention. Drama want your attention. Other people's problem want your attention. Comparison want your attention. Even your own fear wants your attention. And if you don't intentionally direct your attention, something else will. Something else will take the driver's seat from your hand. Something else will take the racket of the attention from your hand. So that's why so many people feel busy but not productive. They feel stimulated but not fulfilled. They feel connected but not clear. Because attention is being spent all day but not invested. See, there's a difference here. There's a big difference. You can spend attention on things that leaves you empty, friends. Or you can invest attention in things that build your life. Friends, hear me out and hear me clearly. What you repeatedly pay attention to becomes the architecture of your future. If all your attention goes to short-term noise, your life will feel shallow. Your life will feel so shallow. If your attention goes to what matters, your life will get deep. So this is why some people have talent but no progress. They have vision but no consistency. They have big dreams but they have scattered lives. It is not because they are incapable. No, that's not the answer. It's not because they're incapable. It is because their attention is leaking everywhere. Everything is getting their attention apart from them. Let's make this real a little bit. I like to add names and faces to these discussions. There's a man called Eli. Eli was always busy. Every day he was doing something. He's either checking messages, or he's responding to people, or he's watching content, or he's jumping between tasks, handling little fires. He's reacting to whatever comes up. And by the end of the day, Eli is exhausted. But when he looked at his life, he wasn't really moving. He wasn't going forward. His goals stayed the same. His habits stayed weak. His mind stayed crowded. He kept saying, I don't have time. But the real issue wasn't time, it was attention. It was attention. Oh, he said, Tam guy said, are you a religious man? No, I'm not a religious man. This channel is growth driven, not religion. The real issue with Eli wasn't time, it was attention. His attention was it's being broken into pieces all the day. See, he had no protected focus. He had no intentional thinking time. He had no space to build, no mental stillness. Do you know what happened with Eli? One day, he tracked where his attention was going, not just his time. That changed everything. He realized that he wasn't losing his life in big bad decisions. No. He was losing it in constant little interruptions here and there. That line is for somebody tonight. It's for one of you watching. It's for somebody that's going to watch this video tonight, later. Some of you are not off track because of one major mistake. No. You are off track because your attention is being stolen in fragments. Everywhere you are needed. Eli didn't need a whole new life. He needed to stop giving everything access to his mind. He started with simple changes, fewer notifications, focused work blocks, phone out of reach, intentional media windows, one priority before consumption. And for the first time in a long time, he felt momentum, he felt speed. Not because life got easier, but because his attention got protected. See, friends, I want to ask you a personal question at this point. The year is going, 2026 is going, it started, it's going already. What have you done? Now, that question is not to put you under pressure. No. That question is to make you sit down and rethink. 2026 is going. This is February. Almost going, almost running out. Where have your attention gone this year? Do you even sit down to evaluate your life, or you're one of those that think what's gonna be is gonna be? Do you sit down to evaluate your life? Do you sit down to evaluate where your attention goes? See, let's go a little bit deeper here. Why is attention so powerful? Why is the news looking for your attention? Why is everybody looking for your attention? Why is the internet looking for your attention? It is because attention is how your mind rehearses reality. Your mind doesn't know truth from wrong. It doesn't know. It is how your mind rehearses what reality is. That is attention. What you pay attention to repeatedly, you start to think about repeatedly. And if you know the creation process of life, thoughts become things. Nobody needs to beat you. You don't have to do anything. Just think about something too much. There'll be a way for you to get it. So what you think about repeatedly, you start to feel deeply. And what you feel deeply, you start to act out consistently. And what you act out consistently becomes your identity. Where did it start from? It started from attention. That is why attention is not a small thing. If your attention stays on comparison, you will start living insecure life. If your attention stays on fear, you will start making defensive choices. If your attention stays on drama, peace will start feeling like, whoa, what is this? It will start feeling boring to you. If your attention stays on growth, your standards begin to rise. If your attention stays on wisdom, your decision gets stronger. If your attention stays on purpose, your life gets clearer, it gets clarity. Friends, attention is the doorway. Everything enters you or leaves you through attention. Beliefs, your mood, desires, focus, priorities, identity. That is why random attention creates random lives. And intentional attention creates intentional lives. Some of you are praying for a better future. You're praying to whoever you're praying to. But still, you're giving your attention to things that trains the old you. You're praying for a better future, but your attention is focused on the old person. Tonight is a reset for you, friend. You do not need to give everything access to your mind. If you've been following my channel, I talked about setting the right boundaries. I have a video on that. Please go check it out and watch it. There's a woman called Tiana. Tiana was dealing with anxiety. She was functional. She was responsible. She was showing up. But mentally, she felt overloaded all the time. Her mind was constantly racing. Her emotions were always close to the surface. She felt tense even when nothing major was wrong. She thought something was wrong with her. She felt like, am I going crazy? But when she looked closely at her daily life, she saw a pattern. From morning till night, she was overexposed to noise. She woke up and checked her phone immediately, consumed bad news, read stressful messages, watch content that made her compare her life, listen to people vent all day, kept background noise on constantly. She wasn't just anxious, she was overstimulated. Hey, Stick, how you doing? That's a word for somebody tonight. Some of you are not just tired. You're overexposed. You're overstimulated. You're mentally crowded. There's so much noise in your head. Tiana made one decision. She started guarding her inputs. She changed her mornings. She changed her notifications. She changed her media diet. She changed her evening reading. She changed the emotional tone she lived in. She changed the emotional tone she lived in. She didn't become a different person overnight, but her mind got quieter. And once her mind got quieter, she could hear herself again. She could think clearly again. She could pray clearly again. She could plan clearly again. She could rest even more deeply. Stick, you say how many live I do? Majorly in a day I do twice. Friends, sometimes healing begins when you stop feeding your mind with chaos all day. Protecting your attention is not only about productivity, it's also about peace. I need to say this plainly. Modern life is built to break your attention. Everything is designed for speed, urgency, short clips, reaction, endless scrolling, constant novelty. And if you live unguarded in this system, in this age and time, your mind starts adapting to it. You lose patience, you lose depth, you lose reflection, you lose focus, you lose stillness, you lose follow through. Have you thought about it? Sit down with somebody that is not really careful about his attention. You'll be shocked at what you hear. It's not focused, it doesn't have depth. It can't even argue a subject deeply because it's thinking novelty, new thoughts. So there's no need to study deep. See, you start needing what we call constant stimulation. You start looking for motivation every day. And when it's time to do deep work or sit down in silence or process your life or build something meaningful, your mind resists it. Your mind starts fighting it. It's not because you're weak. It's not because you're weak. It is because your attention has been trained for interruption. You have trained your attention without knowing it. Friends, let me tell you tonight. See, this is why people can consume content all day and they still feel empty. This is why consumption is not construction. Watching is not building. Scrolling is not progress. Stimulation is not growth. You can be mentally active all day and still not move your life forward. You can be busy all day in your mind and still not make progress. But you see, that is the trap, my friends. That is the trap. Your brain feels busy, but your future stays the same. Lisa Peters, hello, thanks for joining. Your brain feels busy, but your future stays the same. And the only way out is what we call intentional attention. You have to retrain your mind for depth. You have to retrain your mind for depth in thoughts, depth in work, depth in conversation, depth in prayer, depth in learning, depth in living. Your future will not be built in mental fragments. No. Let me tell you, there was a creator I know. There's somebody that is also in this area of creating content. I know him very well. We call him Jay. Jay had vision, he had idea, he had talent. Jay had a message. If you listen to him, you know he's got a message. But he was stuck in what we call inconsistency. He would plan his content, then he will lose focus. He starts project, then he will drift. He sits down to work, then he will scroll for 1 hour. He's looking for somebody else's content that looks like his own to try to compare what he has not done with what somebody else has done. See, and every week he felt frustrated. He kept saying, I need more discipline. It is true, partly true. But the deeper issue was attention design. He had no system protecting his focus. His phone sat beside him while he worked. When there's a notification, he's always looking for it. He's consumed before creating. He let messages set his priorities. So his attention was never his own. One day he changed his process. He made a rule: create before consume. Then he built protection around that rule. He kept his phone very far from him. He turned off notifications. He focused on one task at a time. One task, only one. He fixed window for content creation. He said, I'm going to create content within this time and this time. No random scrolling before publishing. So he doesn't compare his content with people. No. He does his stuff with bad lighting, with bad video, and he posts it. And let me tell you, friends, something changed. His work got better. His mind got quieter. His confidence grew. His consistency returned. Why did that happen? Simply because he stopped relying only on motivation and started protecting his attention. Friends, if you're building something, either you're building a business or you're building a family or you're building healing, friends, or a career, or you want to get into the content creation economy, attention matters. You cannot create a strong future with unprotected focus. No, it won't work. What you build depends on what you can hold your attention on. Like always on this channel, I try to give some practical tips. I don't just talk about problems, I talk about solutions. So if your attention is your future, where is it leaking? Why is it scattered? I thought of some what I call common leaks. Number one, notification. Every ping, every application on your phone, you turn on notification. Even if you don't open it, just because you heard that, your focus is broken. Can you turn it up? Can you turn it down? Number two, I call it open loops. You have too many tabs, too many applications are open, too many unfinished tasks, too many mental promises. A cluttered mind struggles to focus, my friends. A cluttered mind struggles to focus. Number three, constant accessibility. Oh, let me turn on this AC. Number three, constant accessibility. Some of you have no boundaries around your attention. Everybody can reach you anytime. Every message feels urgent. Every message feels urgent. That will drain your life. It will drain your life. Number four, passive consumption. You pick up your phone for one thing, then you lose 40 minutes. You lose 1 hour because from one app, you go into the next app, you go into the next app, you go into the next app. Now, it's not because you're lazy. It's because the system is designed to keep your attention. Number five, what I call emotional distractions. You worry, resentment, comparison, rehearsing conversations in your mind, replaying pain. These are attention leaks too. These are attention leaks. Number six, no clear priority. This is very important. If you don't decide what matters first, your attention will be spent on whatever is loudest. If you don't decide what matters first, your attention will be spent on whatever is shouting and jumping at you. Number seven, unhealed relationship with boredom. Some people can't stay focused because they need simulation every few minutes. Friends, focus is not only a skill. Focus is also tolerance. You have to rebuild your ability to stay with what matters. Even when it's quiet, even when nobody's clapping, even when it's slow, when nobody's seeing results, even when there are no dopamine rush. That is how lives are built, lives that matters. Let me tell you one hard truth. I need to say it is hard. If you don't guard your attention, you'll be mentally programmed by default. And see, in this life, there is no vacuum. So what it means is, in simple terms, if you don't guard your attention, somebody else will program it for you. Because there's no vacuum. So somebody else will program it for you. You'll be mentally programmed without you knowing it. You'll be programmed by whatever is loudest. It might be the media, it might be the news, it might be your phone, it might be Facebook, it might be Twitter. You'll be programmed by whatever is trending. You'll be programmed by whoever has the strongest emotional pull to your attention. But you'll also be programmed by whatever keeps you reacting. Many people are living lives built from borrowed priorities. Borrowed priorities. They are busy with things they didn't choose. You didn't make any choice, but you see yourself working on that stuff. You're so busy on that. They are stressed by narrative they have never examined. They are driven by fears they never questioned. Comparing themselves to people they don't even know. That is a crazy one in this day and time because of social media. You're comparing yourself with someone you don't even know. Even the people you know, you're comparing your whole life with 1 minute of a camera flash. And you're thinking, oh, Matt, I'm gone. I'm finished. I'm not moving forward. You are driven by fears. Friends, it is dangerous. It is very, very dangerous. Because see, a distracted mind is easy to influence. If I can control your attention, I can influence your mood. I can influence your focus. I can influence your purchases. I can influence your beliefs. I can influence your habit. I can even influence your self of worth. That is why protecting your attention is not optional, my friend. It is not optional. You don't have to give that to somebody. No, you don't have to give that to an insurance company. No. It is yours to keep. It's a life skill. It's a leadership skill, protecting your attention. It's a parenting skill. It's a healing skill. It's a spiritual skill. You cannot build a meaningful life with an unguarded mind. No. And hear me clearly, friends. This is so simple. Protecting your attention is not about becoming disconnected from reality. No, it's not. It's about choosing what gets authority in your mind. Not everything deserves your focus. Not everything deserves your time. Not everything deserves your emotional energy. No. Not everything deserves access to your day. Think about it. Prioritize. Focus on what is right. Only. Focus on things that make you grow. Let me give you a framework. All right. You know, if for those that know this channel, I always like to do frameworks. This will help you actually live this in your daily life. I call it the attention protection system. I coined that. See, number one, decide your daily priority before the day starts. Ask questions like, what matters most today? The reason I'm saying that is if you don't decide, your attention will be captured by whatever is loudest. It will be captured by whatever shouts more. So decide. Decide what is your attention. Decide every day what's your priority before the day starts and stick to it. Number two, create what we call protected blocks. You need what I call window of uninterrupted focus. At least start with an hour, start with 30 minutes. Just keep your head on one task. Start simple, 25 minutes even. Phone away, notifications off, one task only. This trains your mind to hold attention again. It trains your mind. We have always said the mind is like a muscle. You don't use it, it gets flabby. You want to reuse it, you start training it again. Number three, create before you consume. This one will change your life. Before you scroll, before you react, before you take in everybody else's voice, do one thing that builds your life. Pray, write, plan, work, read, create, think. Don't just be a consumer in this age. Don't let the world speak first every day. You speak. Number four, audit your input. I'm big on this. Audit your input. Ask questions like, what am I consuming that weakens my focus? What am I consuming that weakens my peace? What am I consuming that weakens my confidence? Reduce the noise in your head. Reduce it. Reduce the outrage. Reduce the comparison. This is a big one. Reduce the comparison. Reduce the random scrolling, random time you take to scroll on the internet. Reduce it. Reduce draining conversations. If you know the places you go to and what people talk about there it doesn't lift you, reduce it, my friends. Reduce it. Increase wisdom. Increase listening to people like Matt. I'm serious about it. Increase clarity, increase peace, increase learning, increase truth, increase voices that strengthens your standards, increase channels like mine, increase this. Focus more on things like this that will make you move. Reduce things that will make you go backward. 5, build what I call attention rituals. Your mind needs a rhythm. So example, quiet mornings. Have quiet mornings. Have what we call no phone windows. No time. It's not every time you're with your phone. Have a time for no phone, just you. Have what we call focus playlists. If you go to Spotify, how do you listen to songs? Everything that jumps in. Create your own playlist. Get to what we call single tasking. Do one thing and do it well before you do something else. Because you don't have the time. Your mind is not strong enough to do 10 things. It is great to multitask. That is when you are cultured. That is when you're disciplined. If you're not disciplined, you're trying to rebuild attention. Do one thing, my friend. Try to write before you go to bed. Journal. How did your day go? What happened today? What did you win on? Where did you make mistakes? Where are you going to improve on before you go to bed? In the evening, try to reflect on your life instead of staying on the internet and you're scrolling every minute and every second. Try to reflect on your life. What have I done today? Number 6, protect your emotional focus. This is very important. Some attention leaks, they are internal, They're internal. If something is draining your mind all day, don't just carry it. Write it down. Pray about it. Process it. Talk to someone. Make a plan. Unprocessed emotion steals attention. Step 7. Repeat until focus feels normal. Repeat. What we're doing here, you're building a framework that you can use to train your mind. At first, your mind will fight this. I'm telling you the truth. Your mind will push back. Your mind will fight this. But that's okay, friends. That's okay. You are retraining your attention. You are trying to get your mind back. And what you train consistently, you can trust. There was a man called Aaron. Aaron felt stuck at work. Not because he lacked ability, but because his mind was constantly fragmented. He started every day reactively. Emails first, messages first, other people's problems first. By noon, Aaron is always behind. By evening, he felt drained. And the important work kept getting pushed. Aaron thought, I need to work harder, But what he really needed was a new relationship with attention. He changed 3 things. No emails first, 1 priority block before meetings, intentional breaks instead of random scrolling. That was it. Simple. Not dramatic. But within a few weeks, his work improved. He felt clearer. He became less reactive, more respected, more in control of his day. Why? Because he stopped giving his best attention to everything except what matters. Friends, a lot of people are giving peak attention to low value items, low value things. And they take the leftover attention to their future. Oh, what a misplaced priority. And then they wonder why they feel stuck. See, your future deserves your best attention, not your leftovers. Your future deserves the best of the best of the best attention, not your leftovers. Before we close tonight, I need to talk about internal attention. Because it's not just about phones and apps or distractions everywhere. Some of you lose attention internally. Your mind keeps replaying things like what they said. Oh, I heard this about myself. So it keeps on playing in my ears. Your mind keeps replaying what went wrong. Your mind keeps replaying what you fear, what you regret, what you should have done, how far behind you feel, how far behind you are. Your mind keeps replaying that. And all day your attention is stuck in old conversation, old pains, old narratives. See, friends, it can drain your future. It can drain your future very fast. Friends, focus is also emotional, you know. Focus is emotional. You have to learn how to redirect your mind. You have to learn it. It is by force. You have to learn it, how to redirect your mind. Not by pretending, but by practicing. When your mind spirals, when your mind goes in every direction, do this. Pause. Pause. On purpose. Stop it. Stop. Just pause. Pause thinking. Breathe. If you have a paper, write the thoughts you want to focus on. Then challenge the thought. Challenge it. Replace it with truth. Return to what matters. Some of you need to stop treating your mind like an open room, you know. Guard the door. Guard the door. Thank you so much, Jared. Guard the door. Your thoughts are not all facts. Okay. Your thoughts are not all facts. Your fears are not all instructions. Your emotions are not all assignments. Protecting attention means learning what deserves continued focus and what does not. That's what protecting attention means to you. Learning what deserves continuous focus and what does not. Let's make this real right here. I want you to write this down whenever you get to this point. What is that thing that matters most in your life right now? What is that thing that matters most in your life right now? Write it down if you can. And be very specific. Don't write so many stuff. What is that item? What is that thing that matters most in your life right now? What is the biggest way your attention is leaking? Is it by phone? Is it by notification? Is it by worry? Is it by comparing yourself to other people? Is it by no routine? What is the biggest way your attention is leaking? What is one thing you will stop giving daily attention to? Be honest with yourself. One bad habit. One thing that you need to stop giving attention to. What is one thing you start giving daily attention to? Is it reading? Is it prayer? Is it planning? Is it building? Is it peace? Is it exercise? Is it learning? What is it? Create what I call the protected focus window. What time will you not allow yourself to be distracted by phone, by people, by your... Create a window. What time? How many minutes? Keep on, start with something small. Then you can grow from there. Create what I call one sentence that you will remember every week. Choose one. Something like, my attention is currency. All right, consumption is not construction. Not everything deserves my attention. Protect your attention is building your future. Create a sentence that you remember every week. That's how you stop drifting. Not just with motivation, with systems, with structures, with boundaries, with intention. Friends, your future is not built only by what you want. It is built by what you can focus on consistently. I'm going to bring this home here, friends. Your attention is building something right now. Even tonight, whether you like it or not. Whatever your repeated focus is, whatever you focus on repeatedly is growing. Whether you know or not. Whatever you keep your focus on repeatedly is growing. Maybe fear or faith, maybe distraction or discipline, maybe noise or clarity, maybe comparison or confidence, maybe reaction or intention, maybe survival or vision. Whatever you focus on is growing. You're not just managing attention, You are building a life. You are building a life. And some of you have been too hard on yourself. You said things like, I'm lazy, I'm inconsistent, I'm undisciplined. But part of the truth is, your attention was never under attack. And you have been taught how to protect it. See, now you know. Now you can build differently. Protect your mornings. Protect your mind. Protect your focus. Protect your peace. Protect your priorities. Because where your attention goes, your future follows. I don't need a prophet to tell me how your life will look like in 10 years, in 5 years. We just need to look at where your attention goes. We just look at what you focus on repeatedly. What you give attention grows. What you give attention matters. So let me leave you with these thoughts tonight. Protect your attention because it is building your future. Every scroll on the internet is shaping something, whether you know or not, whether you like it or not. Hello, Nathan. Every conversation is shaping something, whether you like it or not, whether you know or not. Every repeated thoughts is shaping something. Oh, Tyrone, how you doing? Every habit of focus or distraction is shaping something. That is not about fear. It's not about fear. It's about responsibility. You do not need to be perfect, my friends. You don't need to be perfect. Nobody's calling you to be perfect. You just need to be intentional. Choose what gets access to your mind. Choose what gets your first hour of the day. Choose what gets emotional energy, your emotional energy. Choose what gets your focus. Stop giving your life away in fragments to different things that calls for your attention. Your focus deserves your best attention, my friend. Thank you so much, Nathan. Your purpose deserves your best attention. Your peace deserves your best attention. Your friends, your family deserves your presence. Your mind, you deserve a mind that is not owned by noise. You're human. You deserve a mind that is not distracted. So if this message resonates with you, kindly share this live with someone. Kindly hit the subscribe button. Kindly follow us so that you know when we go live. And please, kindly comment under our videos. Share your thoughts. Thank you, Nathan. Share your thoughts. We like to hear about them. And like you do know, for those that are following us, most of what we talk about, they are questions from viewers like you. Let us know what you think. Thank you so much for being here. It's been a great day. Kindly hit the subscribe button if you've not done that. And let us know what you think. Thank you so much. This is Matt Miller, signing out for the night. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace.